Dragon Ball FighterZ is not over yet. Today we are going to be talking about rumors circulating the game and whether or not they could be true or false. Now, Twitter earlier today had some rumors that could possibly have some validity to them. The only reason I say this is because the E3 Xbox game show was actually yesterday. Normally E3, Xbox, Microsoft, they kind of show off anime games, and they didn't show off any this time around, which leads us to believe in the 15th, where the Bandai showcase is going to be happening, and hopefully we get some news about FighterZ or a brand new anime game altogether. Now, when it comes to FighterZ though, there are some leaks. That could possibly have some validity to them. But let's just talk about them real quick. Let me move over to Twitter. First, let's start with this. PS360 says, Bandai Namco has 2 private videos in a playlist on their Dragon Ball game portal for Dragon Ball FighterZ incoming E3 2021 announcement. This is very interesting to say the least. Obviously, old videos could be the case, and actually he pretty much states that these were actually old videos. RIP, someone dug up the YouTube ID and it leads to an old Gogeta trailer. But that only speaks to one of these videos. Editing Bandit here, I should have dug a little more, but it ended up being these are the exact same videos that were both privated for whatever reason about Gogeta, so there's nothing new there either, but it could have been a cool little thing anyway. As I scroll down some more, we're gonna get into some pretty nuts stuff. Like it's crazy to think about, but also kind of expected. But this is a rumor that you should definitely take with a grain of salt, and please take this with a grain of salt. I beg you. But let's just take this right here, right now. I'm going to just read this off to you guys. If you want to read it yourself, I will allow you to pause it and then you can move off the video. But let me just read it for you guys. Dragon Ball FighterZ Poki, codename, will be revealed during the late 2021 and released 2022 to promote the upcoming Dragon Ball movie. It will replace the main game and contain all DLC seasons 1 through 2 as an excuse to keep selling it at full price. I don't know why that person added this in here. I mean, understandable, I guess, but it also serves as the game's next gen upgrade and the version that will appear on Epic Store should Bandai go forward with the plan. Now, as it stands right now, this makes sense, right? This is what I've been asking for. This is what many people have been asking for. Give the game an upgrade to the next gen console so that it runs properly on next gen. Like, as for me, I play PlayStation 5 games and PlayStation 5 games, or I play PlayStation 5, excuse me, and FighterZ doesn't run the best on PlayStation 5 because it's not a PlayStation 5 game, is what I was trying to say. But again, that's what I've been asking for this whole time. Give us a Dragon Ball FighterZ Ultimate Edition or Complete Edition that allows all of the DLC to be included. But let me continue. Anyone who owns the original game will have their game updated, and Season 1 DLC will be made free. This is interesting. Season 2 and Season 3 are made available through 3 options. Significantly marked down Season 2, all characters for roughly the price of 2. Slightly lower price Season 3, all characters are made more affordable and the bundle is slightly discounted. Or Season 2 and 3, the price of 1 full season and contains both. I'm not mad at that at all, right? I'm not mad at that at all, because I already have the game, you know, and I have all the characters. Hopefully I would just be able to upgrade to my PS5 version for free, hopefully, right? But if I have to pay, you know, an extra $10 or something to do so, I definitely would. The game will be updated and will contain an optional non-competitive mode that will allow characters on your team to transform into other characters / costumes and fuse mid-battle like other Dragon Ball games. This mode is playable online but is only for fun and is off by default. This is a very interesting one. I can understand something that people have been asking for forever, especially when it comes to transformations transformations, and costumes. Definitely something that people have been asking for forever. Again, if we're taking this with a grain of salt though, this would be probably the most unrealistic thing, if I had to say. But at the same time, it just sounds like the game is ending as well at this point. But when I also read this, I hear what Hiroki said at the end of Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, where she said, we are going to be testing a different type of environment for people to test their skills.
This year, we hope to prepare a different type of environment where players can test their skills. And we also intend to make battle adjustments this year as well.
Obviously, this is, I mean, she says their skills. So I feel like the competitiveness is still there. And what this just explained is something that is not competitive. And obviously, like it says, just for fun. But this person goes on to say, this is what Bandai Namco wanted in the game before ArcSys convinced them that this wouldn't work for a proper fighting game. And I enjoy that, right? I enjoy the fact that ArcSys wanted this to be a real fighting game, and that's what's awesome, right? Because Fighters did end up becoming a real fighting game that so many people gravitated towards, and it's a beloved fighting game, and there's no way it's going to die anytime soon. But at the same time, I still feel like I mean, maybe not fusion mid battle, but transformations in the way of sparking blast or limit break ultimate power now as we have it, these things could definitely allow for, you know, transformations, right? But yeah, let me keep going. The update will include alternate costumes and aesthetic forms like Super Saiyan Yellow Vegeta. That's interesting that they said that, Yellow Vegeta. We know who Super Saiyan Vegito is, but you know, it's weird that they say Yellow Vegito. It's just funny. Long haired Trunks, that's gonna be sick if it's true. Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta, etc. These characters will be able to transform to and from costumes as an aesthetic if you select the costumes. So with that being said, as we keep reading this, I enjoy the thought of this. I really do. But it's hard for me to understand how it's going to work in terms of this new type of mode, non-competitive mode. I don't necessarily understand it too much, but it could work. Like, being able to transform has always been the dream in every single Dragon Ball game, and Fighters made it to where that's not necessarily a thing. Again, I feel like you could still make this a competitive type of thing, man. It's just so interesting if this is true. And I don't know if I want it to be true or not. I want it to be true, but I still want that competitiveness. I think adding, you know, this update that allows for characters to transform and things is really dope, but I would like to see that competitively. You know, they have to find a way, and maybe that's what Fighters 2 could be for. As this leak stands, if it's a proper leak, it's really dope, really dope. But it also seems like the end as well. And I don't really want Fighters to end, but if it does go out like this, that's a banger. It just so happens to mean that, you know, this interesting mode is what most people might gravitate towards, and it will be for mainly casuals. Even me, I will be playing the hell out of whatever this is, because transformations, bro, like, man, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see. But what do you guys think of these two leaks? Do you think we're going to get something Dragon Ball FighterZ related during the Bandai E3 show, or do you think that huge leak I just gave you guys is true at all? Let me know down in the comment section below. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please join the Man-at-Army. That is all I got for you. Peace out.